And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 171. It's been a long hiatus, but we are back. The holidays are over. All that stuff, it's done. We're back. Football. So much football.
A lot of football.
So much football, especially on this college episode. Been a lot of stuff go down over the past about 10 days, 14 days since we've done a podcast. And my God, we've got it all lined up and ready to talk. So, y'all got anything else to say before we just hop right into this?
I do. I might start us off on a long, lengthy topic, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm ready.
Are we all? Is 12-team playoff too many?
No. I'll say that quick. I want 12.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Are you wanting 8?
Yes.
I mean, I want more than 4.
Yeah.
I know that.
I want 8. 7's actually the number I've always liked, but that's beside the point. Because we sit here, look at the rankings.
Just a buy for the number 1 seed.
Just a buy for the 1 seed. Make it earn them. Make them deserve. Make number 1 mean something.
The 12 feels weird since you're giving the top 4 the advantage. Mm-hmm. So it feels weird because, like, if you're saying those are the 4 top dogs, then why even have the other 8 like that? You know,
I agree.
But it gives 4 other teams. It gives some 4 teams something really to play for still.
Yeah.
So I like that from that standpoint. But
I think
like,
this year would be a perfect year for 12.
Yeah, like this year feels like this is the prime example why we need it.
Okay.
Because honestly, do you think any team is just head and shoulders above anybody?
I do not, but this is where I get at. Okay, let's look at the rankings right now. Zoom in just a little bit. All right. Good chance the eyes are not good. All right,
That's
so
true.
For instance, look at this. Okay, so let's say something happens. I mean, LSU's sitting there at 13.
Yeah.
LSU has gotten beat by Ole Miss, gotten beat by Alabama, and got beat by Florida State.
Yeah.
They don't really deserve to be in it.
No.
They've had their chances, and they've gotten beat by all 3 of those
and
teams.
I do think we got to take into effect if it was 12 teams and when it is 12 teams, I think the rankings will be looked at a little bit differently. The way that they rank, I think, will change. Yeah. Like an LSU team at 13 with 3 losses probably won't be there.
Probably won't. Okay. So, look, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just me sitting there on my –
people going to complain when the SEC has 17.
Yes, they are. It's going to get –
especially since we're adding Texas and Oklahoma.
Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we're going
to be the SEC versus the Big Ten.
Yeah, it really is. Y'all think people fuss now at the March Madness when the 68th, 9th team didn't get in? Like, it's going to even be worse when this happens, okay? But, like, okay, let's sit in there. Penn State. Who do they lose to?
Yeah.
The 2 Ohio teams that are up there already. Okay, like, let's look at Alabama. They're a 1 loss. Well, the team that's in front of them because they got beat already by them. Yeah. Like, so, okay, here's another.
But at the same time, like.
It's the same thing the NFL does.
I hate that.
But those games.
It's a little different than the NFL.
But those games, it's not like they were just blowouts necessarily.
No.
Like, Bama was close with Texas. Missouri was close with Georgia.
Right, but like you had your chance and you lost.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's where it gets really
Which
weird.
is the thing I don't like about college football.
Here's where
you lose one time and you're done.
But here's where it gets really weird. Okay, let's rewind that what we were just talking about. Okay, let's for instance right here, Michigan, Ohio State.
Yeah,
they played last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens when they play this week again? Oh, and by the way, they're going to play again in the playoffs. So last week's game's not going to matter. Who cares if you lose last week? You're playing them again next week anyway.
It softens the blow.
It softens the blow a lot. You know,
is that not what college football needs?
But see, that's the thing though. Like Clay, like
you're putting too much pressure on teams to go perfect.
You are, but like,
and sometimes perfect don't matter. Look at Florida State.
I know, and you know why? Like, and I get your argument sometimes, but you know how you're like, crap, Bama's go. We lost to Bama. The season's over with. But you know why that game means so much? Because you know that.
Yeah.
Like it builds up that know once when we beat Bama last week. Holy crap, we got this. Yeah. This is awesome. Like we got to. But now, like last week, if I'm a Michigan fan, why am I going to the game? This game means nothing. That game last week meant everything. Because what's happening is now those teams, there's no divisions anymore in these conferences. So it's the top two playing for it. So now you're going to play possibly 3 games in less than a month. Like that just doesn't, to me, feel right. I just, like I'm sitting there.
But I think so, yeah, like with LSU and Bama, or so, for instance, Michigan, Ohio State, it's pretty much just been, we're waiting for that day in November.
Yes.
Now, with the bigger conferences in the Big Ten, you're going to have way more of those games.
And I'm all for that. I love that. I'm all for it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the non-conference games, but I do love it because, look, I played at a small school, and I know those schools need those money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we don't like them as a viewer, but
it's necessary.
It is necessary, or you're not having those programs. And
that's how you develop and learn what you got, from these young guys.
Yes, exactly.
Unless you're us and you don't play Shelton Sampson, Jalen Brown.
At all.
Probably going to lose one of them,
Kyle Parker.
Yeah, I mean, one of them's gone. Yeah. I'm going to tell you.
I don't know. They're going to be all starters next year. We're losing all of the receivers.
Yeah. That is true. Lacey's going to come back because he knows he can't. He's got a year.
No,
somebody said he has a year.
He's gone. He's a true senior.
Really? He ain't got COVID year?
Mm-hmm. I think
him and Papa the same age.
I thought this was
Papa's
his
got another
year.
year. I think he's got a year.
This is his 5th year, I know.
Oh.
I know this is. I'm almost 100% sure on that.
I thought I had seen somebody say that Lacey could come back.
Nah, this is 4th. He started 2020, so he's got one more.
So he does have
a COVID year.
Okay.
And what else is he going to do with his life? Might as well come back.
COVID stuff gets me all confused when it comes to all that
We're
stuff.
almost done with that.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
When will it be done? Is this the last group?
Your 2021 class, because didn't they get it? Didn't your 2021 year get it?
I can't even remember.
I think you got 2 years of it.
And I never understood the whole purpose of the COVID year, besides the fact that, I guess because they lost 2020.
They lost their whole
football was mostly significant, which I guess in basketball you didn't even get to play in your tournament.
No, they gave them. Yeah, they gave the basketball the next year.
Yeah,
they didn't give them that year when the tournament got canceled.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's an.
But yeah, because I mean, like we're sitting here, Washington and Oregon. That game was awesome a month ago.
Yeah,
the game didn't matter. They're playing again, and in a 12 game, they're playing probably for the 3rd time. Like so, I mean, because we all know all these teams in this top 15, other than Louisville and Arizona, this is going to be your 12 every year.
Yeah,
every school on this. I mean, this is the best year to do it. I mean, and what's happening with Louisville, Arizona?
And that's
what's going to happen with those 14, 15 spots. It's going to be random schools like that.
Yeah, and that's why I think you have to have the 12 because you get years like this where, I mean, honestly, Missouri could win the national championship. I think.
No, they could.
I think they could beat Georgia.
I don't. Just because they could beat Georgia, though, I don't think Missouri could make a run through this like
you don't
that.
think?
No, they're not built
I
for
think
that.
They're good enough to win it, though.
They could win a game.
Yes, they can win a game.
They could upset somebody and scare the hell out of another team.
They could beat any team. Yeah. But could they win 3?
Yes,
that's
not.
But that's what's going to make it exciting.
It will. I mean, you'll have that one upset,
yeah.
but in the end, you're going to still have these same final 2 or 3.
And
in the end.
I don't think there's a problem with
that. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
because
I'm okay with
whenever,
that.
Whenever
makes me feel like they earned it at that point.
Whenever say number 8 Bama is getting in, Bama might win it all at 8 just because it's Bama. Like LSU
Bama could win it all this year, I think.
Yeah,
but that's why 8 gives this regular season still some meaning.
I think you still got meaning with 12.
You still have meaning. It's just not going to be like this. We could have next year's LSU schedule. Have y'all looked at LSU schedule next year? Have y'all thought about that?
It's hard.
USC,
UCLA, Oklahoma, Alabama,
Florida.
At home, you have UCLA, Oklahoma, and Alabama. It's a great home slate.
Why do we play UCLA.
We went there
is the
2
other
years
one.
ago.
This is the home and
It's
home.
the home and home.
Yeah, we play USC and UCLA the first 2 out of 3 weekends.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really weird.
Welcome to the new season.
Yeah,
Which I like the matchup with USC
yeah,
because as long as Caleb leaves,
yeah,
I really like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Unless they
'cause
land
you're-
a transfer guy.
It's
Probably
it's
will.
Malachi's team.
Yeah,
you
but
would
say
think.
it's going to be the.
I mean,
yeah.
number 1 quarterback, 5-star. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
surely he ain't going to sit behind somebody that comes in and transfers over him.
He would lose. Lincoln Riley would lose all credibility with recruits if he did that.
And he's already losing a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're a legit defensive guy, why would you want to go play for him?
that's my
I couldn't do it.
Aztec it.
And the fact that he had
He's a freaking idiot. They offered brother a job. That's why he went.
if you fire somebody 3 weeks ago, wouldn't you think you already made that hire by now? Monday's opening day for picking up guys at the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Like you would have thought if you fire somebody that far in advance, you'd already had somebody hired by now. That's
Yeah, he
weird.
ain't
That's
done
weird to
nothing.
me.
I think we're gonna see the whole method of how they're gonna be ranking. I think will be different, and it'll be a little bit different in terms of with the Big 12, Texas and Oklahoma is gone. So now like a Utah or Arizona or TCU, Kansas State, whatever team's that top dog in the Big 12, you'll get 1 or 2 of them that are 11-1, 10-2 in the Big 12 that'll sneak into that top 12 as well.
Well, yeah, but like your first 4 teams of buys are your conference champion winners.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
okay.
That's how it is.
So Big 12 will get that
they're
recognition.
They're going to get a bid. Yeah. So, I mean,
but then you're looking at 5 through 11 being pretty much SEC Big 10.
That's what it's going to be. Yeah. I mean,
Invitational.
and possibly one ACC school.
Yeah,
Clemson.
another ACC, like Louisville this year.
Clemson or Florida State,
Clemson,
whichever one is
Florida
not
State.
in.
Yeah. I mean, that's
or a random
Clemson
Louisville
or
team.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami maybe slipping.
And
in
then
there.
maybe Big 12. I mean, I think between Utah, whatever the crap Arizona's got going on this year,
Yeah.
I mean, their quarterback's a freshman, so
It just sucks that
OK
if you-
State, Notre Dame, you always got to factor them.
It just sucks that if you go 10-2, you're eliminated from the playoffs right now, basically, unless some crazy crap happens.
Yeah.
When a 10-2 team could win the national championship, in a given year, if they have like one bad screw up, like
And
on
we're,
a road
and we're
game,
probably not going to see 10-2 as much. With the conferences,
I mean,
probably gonna be worse than that.
9-3, you're probably
but
going to be
like-
a great team.
But like, look,
You're not going to have the undefeated teams. No
back to
more.
my thing here. Like, okay, you're sitting there at number 11. Ole Miss is 10-2. Well, they got beat badly by Georgia and Bama, who's in front of them.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it.
you're going to have those outliers.
the record's
You're going to
always
have those
good, though.
outliers, but then you're going to have LSU down there, who
I
has. I don't want to be in it this year.
I don't think we can
If
do
our
nothing.
defense is a little bit better, I'd want to be in it.
But I don't think we can
Last
do
year,
nothing.
I would have wanted it. Last year, I think we could have competed.
If your defense would have been any better, you'd be sitting there where you would in that 7 to 9 spot.
You wouldn't have lost Ole Miss.
Yeah, you wouldn't have lost Ole Miss.
You'd have been a 2-loss team.
Exactly.
And you'd be eliminated.
Yeah. I mean,
Whenever you have the best offense in the country.
But I will say, I've said there, well, you had your chances versus Florida State and Alabama, and you didn't win either one of them.
But then again, you play Florida State week 1. Both teams are completely different now.
Yeah,
like
no,
even
many-
before Jordan Travis got hurt, I think we might could beat them with our horrible
many
defense, 'cause I don't think
teams-
they're that good.
How many teams?
I think Louisville wins this weekend.
How many
I
teams
think
from
they
the
do, too.
They have less
SEC?
money.
How many teams from the SEC or Big 10 and Big 10 are going to be undefeated or 1 loss next year?
Over under
3.5
1.5.
undefeated or 1 loss.
Oh, I didn't hear the 1 loss part. Over under 3.5.
I'd say 4.5.
You think about 4?
About 4. I think you're gonna have 2 in each one. I mean,
You think you'll have 1 top dog
Mhm.
if the schedule bounces out right? Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Because
it's just gonna be so hard.
If you're looking,
it's gonna be more impressive.
if we're
than they
looking
do
at the
now.
top 8 teams right now, all the ones that have a shot, literally they're all about to be in 2 conferences except for Florida State.
Yes, that's correct.
Washington and Oregon are going to the Big 10.
Mhm.
Texas is coming to the SEC.
And Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma's down at 12.
12. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And
So-
then
so one team-
9's in the SEC, 10's
One
in the
team
Big
out of the
10.
top 13 is not a Big Ten or SEC school.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's crazy.
this is what's going to be.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be the two conferences. It's going to be your AFC and NFC battling.
It's going to become.
But
the
at the
NFL
same
playoffs,
time,
and I'm fine
at the
with
same
that.
time,
I
like
really am.
Texas will have a much tougher schedule. That 11-1 ain't happening. Bama's schedule will be tougher at 11-1.
Oklahoma will not be 10-2.
Oregon
next
and
year.
Washington both won't be 12-0 and 11-1. Like, so they'll get more losses, and then teams like Oklahoma State at 9-3 might be 10-2. Like they'll pick up a couple more wins in that Big 12. Probably.
Yeah.
So I think it'll all balance out, and I mean, worst case scenario, you get more football, but I don't think it's going to take away. I don't think it's going to take away from like
the regular season.
I don't think it will too much, especially since college football is so big into rivalries and like the magic of that. I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
Part of the sucks is you're losing a lot of those. We just saw this week, past week,
That
all of those
one's
are
done.
gone. Apple
Yeah,
Cup's
Apple
gone.
Cup.
Like I mean, you've lost all.
Yeah,
those
but the
races.
ones that
UCLA
the
game.
ones that matter in terms of like playoff implications, like
Oregon State,
Ohio State, Michigan, regardless of the year of the season, that's going to be like a hate week.
No, right, but like
And LSU, Bama, but Bama, Auburn, like that's always going to be
right.
It's always going to be significant, regardless of what their records are.
Right, but like Oregon State, like but Oregon State
2 years ago, that no one even cared though.
but
Oregon State's also lost their coach. They're probably on the downward spiral.
they're beyond on the especially when you hire within like they did.
Yeah, they hired up immediately.
That was a bad
What'd they
hire.
do?
They hired their DC.
They just promoted somebody.
Just promoted their DC.
Did they not see Mississippi State?
Well, they're in the pack.
R.I.P.
They're in the
Pirate
pack too.
still.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Pack dose.
They're the favorites
they're
for the
the
conference.
two-pack.
Look, they're already swimming really fast, pedaling, trying to stay above water, and then they lose their coach. Like, oh crap! You know, we're not in a conference.
How much
we don't have a
money are they
coach.
about to lose?
Well, they're actually going to. They won the lawsuit where they're going to get that money
in a severance package
for
basically.
next year because
Because
all
they're
those
so
schools
quick
that are
and
leaving
nowhere.
are paying these two schools that are
I
staying.
saw that they had the opportunity to make Washington and Oregon like not play in the championship. They could have voted for them to just not play because they're not members next year or something like that, and they're leaving. They could have voted to just not make this conference championship happen.
Wow.
I wish they would have done that.
Yeah, Oregon
My
State,
Huskies would have
Oregon
got
State
in.
and Washington State had that ability.
Wow.
Because
Well, good for them.
Because after that vote where it gave them all the power or whatever, yeah, they could have
crap.
voted and crap with
that's
those
each of
two
their
schools.
rivals.
Why didn't they?
Yeah. Wow.
They
They would probably been
neither
sued.
one. Washington State was like, I don't want to see Washington make it.
yeah. yeah.
Oregon State
I
probably
don't want
voted.
to see. Yeah.
Oregon State probably voted for it, and Washington State was like, man, hell no, I don't want to see Washington make the playoff
Yeah.
right now. I want Oregon to beat them.
Yeah, that's more salt in the wound there. Yeah. No, that's true.
Hey, is Cam Ward going to actually transfer? Do you
Yeah,
think?
he's gone. Would you stay in the Pac too?
Yeah,
I was shocked he stayed last
I
year.
guarantee he's not going to get no $1 million at Washington State.
Shoot.
No, he's
I don't
gone.
want him in the SEC.
He gone.
I'm scared to death.
He's
of that
going.
man.
He's going either Auburn or Ohio State. And don't let A&M.
It feels like an Ohio State
Ohio
quarterback.
State, man. Oof.
Don't let A&M sleep on it either.
He feels like Ohio State.
He looks like Ohio State, but he also scares me with Hugh Freeze. I'm just saying.
Hey, Hugh Freeze,
I can't
Hugh Freeze
fathom-
should have won one
He
this year. He
should,
should.
man.
I can't
God.
fathom Auburn just like being explosive or being anything Cam Ward is though.
Hugh Freeze.
I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, but you got.
But it's Auburn.
You got to take all that Auburn, which you've been watching.
It's
for
Auburn,
the
man.
last-
It's Auburn.
I'm telling you.
It's Auburn. They lost in Mexico State 3 weeks ago, about 30.
I'm telling you.
And they should have beat Alabama.
Oh my God! Yes, they should have beat them.
It's Auburn though. Like they're going to be Auburn at the end of the day.
Hugh Freeze, man.
I don't know. I believe it when I see it.
I mean, we've watched them play for 2 national championships in the last 10 years.
Yeah, but they played Auburn football still.
Not with Nick Marshall, they didn't.
I mean, that was
A freak athlete.
yeah. I mean, Cam. That's what Cam Newton was as
Yeah.
well. Like Cameron Ward is. We're going to spread it out and go air raid.
That's Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, but that's not Auburn. That's the thing. Hugh Freeze needs to leave.
That is Hugh Freeze.
Oh yeah, it's Hugh Freeze, but it ain't Auburn. He's at the wrong spot for that.
But no, I just that it was something on my mind. I was sitting there last night in the recliner.
Oh yeah, I've seen the graphic so much of what the 12 team would be right now.
Yeah.
It puts a smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm all for it.
I'm not against it. There was just some things that I was like, because I look at the ratings after they came out last night, and I was like, this team's already lost to this team, this team, this team.
Yeah. There's a reason it's lined up the way it is.
Yeah, like there's a reason why it's there. Like that's the whole point. Like people yaying about the BCS. 90% of the time, the BCS worked. Like it got the two best teams every year. Like I don't know. It's just
yeah. But it like you said, it's going to become like what the NFL is now.
It is
where a team like the Eagles are going to play every contender basically in a stretch, and
it is.
If they make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to probably be against one of those teams, like the Chiefs. I wish the Bills, somebody like that, or vice versa, the Cowboys and them meeting in the NFC Championship game or something, or the Niners. It's just going to be like that. So I don't think it dampens the regular season so much. I just feel like it's giving more teams a chance, and this year's a perfect example of why we need that.
I just hate
because you cannot tell me Bama and Texas don't deserve a shot at winning the national championship. And one of them will probably not have the opportunity.
No.
But at the same time, you could
and I'm
say,
fine with that.
You could definitely say that Missouri and Penn State don't deserve the shot.
But the one thing, exactly right. I mean,
then you take out the whole fact of you're talking about college kids. Ideally, they're going to get better as the year goes on. Like LSU's defense somehow got better a little bit as the year went on. Like not a lot, but they got better a little bit.
Also, what are we doing with schedule? Like, is it still going to be 12 games?
So it's
still 12 games in the regular season,
and then a conference championship,
and then a conference championship.
So a 5 through 12 team that wins a championship would play 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they're not a conference championship,
it's a lot of games.
You could theoretically play 16 if you're in the conference championship and lose.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a team like Oregon.
Yeah.
If you're Oregon and you lose the conference championship,
you're
still making the top 12.
Yeah.
And then you make a run to the championship, you play 16.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's a lot of games.
That's crazy.
And I guess, too.
Who the crap the Braves just signed?
It's a guy we got from the Mets the other day, and it ain't no big deal.
No.
I wish
he'll be cut in spring.
I'm off. I wish the national championship game was neutral. I wish all the other games were home.
Yeah,
semifinals.
The first round is home games, right?
First round. After that, they go to all these neutral
the bowl
sites.
games, all that stuff.
And I'm telling you, that just kills the atmosphere and the vibe.
But where do they go to? Is it Fiesta, Sugar,
it's
Rose?
Different. Yeah, they're Cotton Bowl and all that. It's all.
Is it? It's not the same 4 every year.
No, I think it's like it is now. They rotate them now.
But now you're going to have 4 every year.
What do you mean?
You're going to have 4 semifinal games, right? Or 4
It'll
neutral
be a
site
quarterfinal.
games.
Yeah, you have quarters.
Yeah.
The quarters are home?
You'll have those at home.
Okay.
Oh, so the first and second
so the
round
top
are at
4
home.
teams will get a home game?
There's not a – I mean, you got all those are buys. So you got to think.
So the top 4 teams will play a home game?
Yes.
And then
the
so
top
yeah,
4 the first and
after
second
the
buys.
So the semis are so there's only going to be 2 neutral site games still. The semis and then
the championship.
And then the championship. Okay, so the rotation.
Well, that's not bad. That's the same thing we're doing.
I thought.
I wish they'd be.
You wish all the way into the championship.
Just like the NFL is. Yeah, because those are getting like those semifinal games aren't. They just don't have the same juice in them because some of these teams are. I mean, look, it's the same boosters having our same fans are paying for these.
Yeah.
Every year going to these games, and it's not cheap. I mean, I don't know. I just wish you have them at home.
And having that 2 weeks of home games might make up for if there is a little bit of a lack of magic at the end of the regular season. Like if that Auburn Alabama game or that Ohio State Michigan game doesn't feel as important next week when Michigan's hosting a home game, it might. Mm-hmm. Like that'll probably make up for it because that will be pretty awesome having playoff games at home field.
That's what I'm saying, especially college. Like the atmosphere
be awesome.
Are already great. Like you put that kind of game in there, it's even better.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
No,
it's gonna be awesome.
I'm ready for something change is always. I mean, I'm
It's
never against
needed
change.
here.
Yeah,
It's not a perfect situation like the NFL kind of
No,
is.
yeah.
And even they changed.
Yeah, and I
didn't like the
I don't
change.
like the change either.
I don't like it.
Me either. I would
I
go
think
back.
the first and second
Yeah.
place need a bye.
Yeah, I miss the just six in each. I don't. The sevens is too much. I mean, we look at this year. Like
7 seed's never going to.
the 7 seeds are not good. Yeah, they're not good. There's
They
a reason.
get blown out in every game. I think.
yeah, it's just not a good.
I think back to the Eagles losing to Brady.
Yeah,
In that first time, that was the first 7 seed, and they got beat by like 40, I think it was.
like it's just not good football.
No,
Like,
none of us
and
watch that.
I'm curious to see if they'll ever go back because I mean, it's eventually people are going to be like, why
are we watching
Why are we
this?
watching this? Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them you got to put on an alternate channel too. I think
Yeah.
NFL. There's an NFL Network.
NFL
game or
Network
something.
game. Yeah. I mean, that's not.
Before we move on, the highest group of 5 is automatic bid.
Yeah,
Get
that'd be the
automatic
12
bid.
seed.
Good.
Yeah.
They're the automatic 12.
Mhm.
Unless they're actually good somehow.
Unless if they actually are higher than that.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So that would be Tulane this year.
that would be correct.
What does the Pac-12 count as?
Pac-2.
See,
Are they a Power 5?
I haven't heard of that because I
What if
question
Oregon
that.
State
How are
runs
they
the
going to
table, baby?
schedule 10 non-conference games or
They're
11?
pairing up with the
Well, paired
Mountain
out with
West.
the Mountain West.
It's like Notre Dame taking ACC schedules and
Yeah,
crashing.
they're pairing out with the Mountain West. And if I'm
So Oregon State might run the table.
possibly yes. I mean, it's weird. I just,
And so but they're not going to get factored into conference championships.
no.
So it'll only be ACC, Big
gonna
12,
be
Big 10, and
SEC.
SEC.
Yeah,
So they're already taking the Pac-12 out, essentially.
right.
I mean, at that point, what do you consider them as? I mean, if
they're-
Oregon State
they're
or
gonna
Washington
be, they're gonna
State
be
is
a
like,
group of 5 eventually.
yeah,
That's I mean, there's no way they can
group of
be.
6
Yeah.
and
I
Power
mean-
4.
Well, I guess it's still a big group of 5 because I mean, you're just Mountain West is just add 2 more teams.
Yeah.
You're not adding another conference. You're just adding 2 teams to the.
I wonder if they go Mountain West or if they all go Pac-12.
I would think they would probably go Pac-12, but
Just in terms of the name and the
just reckon
significance.
yeah, exactly. And because I mean, boy, if you're a Oregon State or Washington State, that would
Yeah,
be
dropping to Mountain West.
Yeah, that's
That's a slap in the face.
That's a slap, man. That hurts. Yeah, and they did nothing
and
wrong.
they can't afford to
Like,
go independent.
They tried to go to Big Ten. They didn't take them.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they were being
Hard-headed.
hard headed.
I'm shocked they couldn't go Big 12.
I guess they didn't want to travel.
Yeah, but I mean, Utah, they're making it. BYU, crap, Cal's going to ACC.
But it's yeah. But I mean,
oh my
like,
God, I forgot about
yeah,
that. Where's UCLA going? Big Ten?
Big Ten. Stanford's going ACC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Stanford
They
and
feel
Cal,
like
and then
ACC.
SMU as well.
Them and Syracuse need to be rivals.
Yeah. yeah.
That'd be a good match.
Scratch your head on that hire, didn't you?
Let's talk about Syracuse. Who'd they get? Georgia's like
the DB coach?
The DB coach at Georgia.
hey, might as well.
Hey, he's a good recruiter.
He's set in
I
Kirby's
don't know.
office.
I don't know. Kirby's a DB coach. You don't think that didn't help any?
And he's probably the best defensive coordinator of our generation.
Well, yeah, exactly. right.
Like,
But I read when they made the hire. But this guy's a really good recruiter in the New York area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he walked in with a Georgia logo.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I can recruit for Georgia.
Hey, he's setting an office with Kirby Smart. That's all that matters.
Exactly. That's right. He slept close to Kirby at nights in the office. I mean,
he walks in with his 2 rings on his finger.
yeah,
That's all he's got to do.
That's it.
And heck, he probably came from Bama with Kirby, so he probably has a handful of rings.
yeah, I guarantee it.
Speaking of coaches, so A&M, huh?
Ooh.
We haven't talked about that.
Okay.
I think Jimbo was still the coach last time we did an episode.
He was still the coach. Last time we did
Bum.
an episode.
Jimbo's gone. Elk goes in.
I like the hire.
You think it's gonna work?
I think it's gonna work. I think it's the hire they needed. I mean, they're trying. I know they wanted the big splash, but
I mean, that's about as big of a splash as you can get, honestly.
I mean, dude, he went to Duke and made them relevant for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he
Elko's
rode
been a name
Fedora's
for
coattails, or whoever the guy was. Cutcliffe.
Cutcliffe, yeah.
Cutcliffe had made Duke, right?
Well,
Wasn't
I mean,
Cutcliffe there first?
he was there for a
He
while.
was the
They
he was
were
the
relevant
he was the
before Elko
Manning
got
guy.
there.
yeah,
Cutcliffe was the Manning guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't like a top 25 team consistently with Cutcliffe.
No, they just had Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, like Elko made them.
They were a legit team this year.
Yeah,
and last
right.
year.
Like, and what helps is Elko was been with A&M for those years before that. Like he
knows the area.
He knows the area. He knows this team. I mean, he's recruited probably these players. Like
he was good enough at A&M to where he got a head coaching job in the Power 5.
Yes,
so I mean that right there alone is a significant thing.
And he probably won't lose your guys.
Well, I mean, look, you don't see him bowling right
nobody
now.
jumping yet.
I haven't seen an A&M name in the portal.
If it would have been, there's a good wide receiver.
Yeah, it's a good receiver.
That I kind of hope we go after.
Me too.
But if it had been Stoops, Jacoby would be on Baton Rouge campus right now probably, and I hate that for us.
Did you hear that Stoops was on the tarmac?
They pulled that
at
on
College Station. That's what I heard the other day. Like he had the job.
Kentucky,
they did a Lane Kiffin on
Kentucky didn't even give him a raise either.
Well, he got the raise last year.
But he just said, "I'm going back."
No. They pulled
it.
A&M pulled it from him.
A&M pulled it. Really?
Yes, the boosters got word that they were making the hire, and
the
they
boosters
got
and the players. Yes.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's what I'm saying. He was on the tarmac at College Station.
You haven't seen all the tweets
from
all the A&M players. Oh my God, Jacoby was coming to LSU.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it was ugly.
Everybody was gone. All their names were going to transfer probably.
And I kind of hate it for Stoops because, like,
he's a good coach. He won at Kentucky.
He wins at Kentucky.
That's more impressive than winning at Duke.
Yes.
Because they're playing the freaking SEC.
Yes. Like,
and there was nobody there before him.
And they had no facilities. They had nothing when he got there. Like nothing.
He probably would have done a good job at A&M.
He probably would have.
He just ain't an A&M guy like Elko is. And so that's what makes the boosters okay.
And they were nervous about his style of offense, I think, because he's a power I formation. Well, Elko.
Sorry, he's got Benny Snell and that Rodriguez doing the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
God forbid.
Elko, he's a defensive-minded guy, but he does run the spread. He's not like, defensive-minded. Offensive play, calling it safe and all that.
Dude, it was like LeBron type cryptic tweets.
It was bad, man.
My God. I saw that. I was like, oh, yes, please, 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 please.
Yeah.
Because they were tweeting like, it's Coach Rob or nothing, stuff like that. And I think I saw Tiger Droppins. He's leaving probably. So I don't know if that's true. People want us to hire him to be our DC. I don't know why. He ain't been a DC. Tiger drops. Them people are stupid.
But
stupid.
Just have you ever noticed though when you're reading, there's a couple guys that are in the know.
Captain Crown.
Yeah.
He knows some stuff. I don't know how he knows some stuff.
There's some stuff. I always text one of my buddies. I'm like,
if he's on there saying something like, okay, this is legit.
Yeah. You almost wonder, is there some staff guys on this thing? Because some of them know too much.
That's what some people think.
Like
some people think it's people in the department.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I just need somebody to tell me we got Bryce. That's all I need.
What about Mississippi State?
I like the hire a lot.
Oh, it's going to be a good
I'd never heard of that guy.
What? He was a hot name
I recognized his name and I saw his picture. I was like, I remember him now.
Yeah, he was a hot. I mean, he at Ole Miss a couple years ago. People kept saying Kiffin. People in the know were like, no. Leedy is a lot of this offense. I mean,
somebody said he got it a little bit early
in his career. You think?
Yeah, somebody said
really?
Like, we don't think he's ready for this yet to go from coordinator to
right. But
he really made good SEC school.
He made the Oklahoma move because people are questioning.
It was the Bieniemy thing.
They thought it was Kiffin, and shoot, look, Oklahoma compared to their offense 2 years ago versus this year. I mean, it was completely different. And I like it's a good hire for State. That's the kind of hire they need. Zach Arnold, that wasn't his fault. I mean, I hate it for him. But he just was not. That wasn't a good position for him to be in.
No. And that's a tough place to win at.
Very tough, and you have to be very Mike Leach like to have some kind of a system that come in there.
You got to have some tricks up your sleeves. You got to be.
You're not getting
gimmicky.
The best. You're not getting the best athletes, but you got to have a good system that you can work with, and
you got to land some 3 stars from Louisiana.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, and
you got to get the Warren Easton kid. That quarterback they got that year that ended up being pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, he was.
You got to get Dak Prescott.
You got to get Dak.
Yeah.
Halton.
You got to get Will Fitzgerald. You got to get them kind of dudes, and you got to make it pay off.
Like it kind of. I almost wonder
it's gonna be ragtag
if Will Rogers doesn't come back.
I mean,
now that he actually has a guy that he can run a system with,
or like the Kansas State kid.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't understand that.
That is weird.
I don't know what Rogers' move would be besides going down and just like balling out.
He's gonna come be our backup.
Jeff Driscoll in it, kinda.
Just go up the road to Ruston.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Cummings a Leach guy.
I wasn't joking
his
about
move feels like
KJ
Jeff
Jefferson.
Driscoll.
Do it now.
Jeff Driscoll.
Yes,
Driscoll played plenty of years at Florida.
Yes.
And then said, I want to be the guy for a while.
Yeah.
And he's in the NFL now because of his years at Tech.
I mean, Will. It sucks. Will was the guy until Leach passed. Like, I mean, if he could, and I'm sure he's looking for somebody.
Will Rogers beat Joe Burrow.
Yes.
I'll never forget that.
And threw like 63 passes in that game, I believe it was.
I think he broke records against LSU
defense.
It
was the most completions in SEC history.
Yeah,
in a game.
it was embarrassing.
Yeah. So I mean, it is weird to see something like. And Chance said it. The K-State quarterback, why?
I do not understand it.
I mean,
Big 12's going down next year.
That's the only thing I can
go
think
Big
of,
10 or
but
SEC.
He's been good.
Yeah,
too.
You don't usually see a guy that's in a Power 5 school that's good.
Yeah, it's not Colin Klein.
Yes, it's not the kid from Coastal Carolina. Like, I mean, it's a guy that's established, that's been competing, that was playing for the Big 12 championship last year.
Yeah, as a freshman, wasn't he?
Yes,
a true freshman.
Like, so why?
What is he now?
He's got to be a sophomore.
I think he's a sophomore.
I think I saw somewhere he had 3 years eligibility. 2,600 yards at Kansas State is not bad.
He's a grad senior. This would be his 5th year.
Who the heck am I thinking of?
I think their backup's moving too.
Did he get hurt last year? Look at his stats.
Yeah. Beginning of the year. He didn't play the beginning of the year.
So I'm thinking about his sophomore year. Just go to his stats.
Zoom in. 2021, he didn't play. I mean, maybe his freshman year, if you were thinking about his 1,100-yard, 8-touchdown, 10-pick year.
No, who was his backup? Was his backup a freshman last year?
Hold up.
Because that's maybe what I'm thinking about. I swore they had a freshman playing last year, quarterback. Because
no, they had the Martinez kid from Nebraska.
Who was that played it? Did Howard play? He played against us in the bowl game when we played Franklin at quarterback.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, must have been.
I remember his number.
That must have been it.
What year was that?
2 years ago.
No, he did not.
Did they have a freshman then play?
Yes, please. There was a freshman for K-State.
Skylar Thompson was there.
That's the name.
He's in the NFL now.
But Skylar didn't play that game, did he?
Yep.
Okay.
21 for 28.
Maybe I'm just so intrigued by Kirkland playing quarterback, I didn't even think about
the
other side. But that makes it even weirder, though. You're a senior starter at a school that's a top 25 team.
It makes less sense now. Even less sense.
Yeah. Like
not as little sense as Will Rogers.
I guess
I get Will Rogers.
The fact with
initially he was pissed.
Will Howard, he can take the jump to an Auburn or an A&M or something like that and play SEC ball his last year. I mean, same thing with Riley Leonard.
But like, how many? What in the last two? You might look it up. In the last 2 or 3 days, how many quarterbacks jumped in this portal?
Yeah.
Like, there's only so many of these jobs out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like in these schools,
worst case scenario, you just go back
if they want you back.
Yeah, I mean,
but someone like him, like when you've been at K-State for 4 years, you're going to be wanted back. You can go back to K-State, you can go back to Duke, you can go back to Washington State. Like, you can go back there. If you enter the portal from A&M like Max Johnson or something, then yeah, you're probably a little bit.
What was the quote BK said the other day? Now it's time to work on retaining what we have.
Which is crazy. Is Goodwin's the only one that stepped in, though. That's
so far,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I would have
Which
thought
you would think more.
Already by now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's having one-on-one meetings this week, but it's going on to Thursday, and we hadn't had but one player. Like sometimes some of these guys wouldn't even wait.
Especially with it opening Monday.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these guys wouldn't even wait till the one-on-one meeting. Some of them just bolted, and it just shocked me that none of them is
finishing out the coaching stuff. Michigan State hires the Oregon State coach.
Good hire.
I'd love that.
That's a good hire. That's a good hire for Michigan State.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a.
I don't understand it from him though. Besides the fact that they ain't got no conference.
He gone from no conference to one of the 2 mega conferences.
Yeah, but it's just weird.
Because Michigan State can win.
Well, no,
Yeah.
He played quarterback at Oregon State. That's just strange.
It's him being an Oregon State lifer.
It's all because they ain't got no.
It's the conference.
Yeah.
It's the conference. Because he's sitting there. He's like, if I sit here,
he's a rising coach, like been talked about in the media for a couple years now.
And now you're going to be forgot about because you're not on national television every week. And then you're like, I can't lose more than a game or two, or I'm going to be not that qualified as good anymore. I mean, I get the hire. I mean,
now he gets to go and play Oregon again.
It's just so hard to recruit up there.
It's a lateral. I mean, you're not program wise. You're not any
he
better.
Just got a conference.
He just got a conference.
Yeah.
Because recruiting wise, anything like that, you're not getting any better at. Facilities maybe a little better, but I mean,
an overall athletic department backing is probably better.
A
Michigan
better
State.
athletic department for sure. Yeah,
especially given the
better
their other
tradition.
sports and stuff.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Michigan State's won more in football than Oregon State has.
Does he bring Ugalagale with him?
Ugalagale looked pissed on social media. A couple of the players weren't happy.
Well, I wouldn't be either.
I wouldn't be either because I mean he sells you, but you know what? He ain't happy when he loses his starting safety either, and he don't sit there and
I mean, I'm sure Ugalagale wasn't happy that he's going to be playing in the Mountain West next year.
No, well,
whenever
I mean,
he transferred there last year.
Yeah. So the problem is, I don't know if he can, Chance. If he hadn't graduated, he can't transfer.
Yeah, that's like Travis Hunter.
What year is he?
This will be his last year. He'll be a senior this coming up. He's a junior this year.
See, he probably ain't graduated.
So
yet.
I guarantee he hadn't graduated. So I mean, like that's why he's
He's stuck then
because he's stuck and he just lost his coach.
Yeah,
and now he's not in the conference.
He's mad at the world.
Yeah, I mean, you go from Clemson to having everything programmed to okay, you step down a little, but you're relevant, you're winning, your coach is good, and then you're like
top 25 team.
Yeah, had a fine season, played big games all year.
Changed his game up. He looked more, he looked way better than he ever did at Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like,
declare for the draft.
That's
what I do.
That's what I would do, Chance.
Crap, Spencer Rattler did.
I mean,
you're going to be forgotten about.
Coming back next year is doing nothing for you because you're going to be playing the Utah States of the world.
Rattler should have left after last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rattler dropped after this year, and it wasn't his fault. He actually had
he made the right decision by coming back because it looked like they were on the way up,
and he played. He probably played better this year than he did last year. You just still wouldn't notice it because they weren't winning.
Yep.
But yeah, KJ Jefferson feels real right at South Carolina if he goes.
He
there,
looks
by
like
the
a
way.
South
What
Carolina
about Arkansas?
quarterback.
Yeah.
Petrino.
Dude, is that not the fun? If Pittman gets fired halfway the year and they name him interim, that might be the funniest thing ever. All I want
this tattoo 15 on his neck.
Hey man, if
he ain't gonna let nobody wear 15.
If he rides a motorcycle on campus next year, that will make
somebody. He might lead the team out.
If he leads it out on a motorcycle, that's a mic drop, man. I'll become an Arkansas fan if that happens. That'd be the coolest moment ever.
I saw he's got vehicle insurance in his contract. Or something like that, like $7,200 a month. It's something crazy.
They done bought him a car.
Yeah.
No, dude, he's got a car service.
Hey, shout out to Sam Pittman though. He's like, crap, man. I'm on my last leg. Like, let's make this hire happen. Like, I need something to give me a spark to get this team going. Like,
was Petrino still on the staff at A&M, or was he getting let go?
I mean, I'm
Elko.
assuming they all got let go.
You would think.
I mean, I haven't seen anything.
Harder to retain somebody.
Yeah,
I was like a lower level guy.
Like I don't.
DCs and OCs, a head coach wants to bring his own.
They're bringing their own in. I don't think it was ever. Now a staffer, a position coach guy here or there.
That's easier to keep.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Because they're not really that important.
I think it was understood that they were not.
Car allowance, $7,200 a year. He also has club membership to the Fayetteville Athletic Club or Paradise Valley Golf Course.
He's a golfer.
Yeah.
Okay, Bobby.
What else does he get?
$350,000
$350,000 for this first year. then $500K, $500K. He gets like $1 million bonus. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
You win the SEC championship and you get a month's salary immediately.
Yeah, he's not. He's not putting that in the savings.
Win the national championship and you get 3 months' salary immediately. So that's $1,500.
Lebby gets a cool meal if they win the Natty.
Who?
Lebby or Letty?
Oh,
Lubby?
yeah.
Libby? Samsonite?
What? Like, if you're Bobby though, like, are you? Would you rather do that or be a head coach somewhere else?
He's already done the head coach
I know. Like, I mean, like, but
He
like,
might be past that stage in his career.
I don't know if he is though. I mean, he was doing a heck of a job at Missouri State.
Yeah.
He's probably wanting to be like
He's wanting one
that-
more chance. I think he's wanting one more shot at a bigger school for a head job.
Being a successful OC at a school like that, might.
Well,
Is Arkansas going to get a quarterback?
Oh yeah, they'll get one in the portal. Yeah, absolutely, they're going to get one because they're. I mean, I think they'll get one easy with Bobby there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you would think so.
And with all these cats coming in, I don't think it'll be a problem with him getting a quarterback because KJ does not fit that. Because I did see where KJ sent a message out this afternoon. He goes, "I hadn't said anything about going."
Yeah.
But I think everybody, because when that hire happened, Buddy texted me, he's like, "You think Max follows him?" I said, "Well, KJ's returning, but KJ's not going to fit in Bobby's offense."
Yeah.
So but.
Speaking of the portal, so you've got McCall from Coastal Carolina.
Okay.
You're assuming big conference.
Where else could you go besides that?
I mean, last year I know Auburn made a run at him last year.
He feels very Big 12-ish.
He could. Absolutely.
But
at the same time,
K-State,
I wouldn't be shocked
if there.
Yeah,
Houston.
I wouldn't be shocked if one of the lower SECs take him.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky, South Carolina, any of that, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
No.
Where's Coastal at? North or south?
It's on the coast.
South.
So go to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I want LSU to get a quarterback.
They need one.
Just an insurance
You
policy.
need one. You need one bad.
You get Leonard
Kind
from
of like
Duke.
the Spencer
Leonard from
Sanders
Duke
thing.
looks like he's going to Notre Dame. It looks like that's like a done deal.
Who?
Leonard from Duke.
Riley, yeah.
Yeah. Cameron Ward.
But I did read on Twitter this evening, though, that Auburn's trying to push for him.
Yeah, he entered with a no contact clause. So it's like he has his mind made up, you think, if you're entering with that. Ward from Washington State. You're assuming SEC, Big Ten, something big. He's a legit quarterback.
Is the top quarterback in this portal?
Probably
so. Far.
So.
Yeah.
Van Dyke from Miami, who has the potential. I mean, he a lot of turnover issues, got benched this year, but I mean,
feels Arkansas-ish with Petrino. I could see that.
Yeah, or Big 12.
Yeah.
Jefferson from Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, you're assuming he don't take a step down. He probably just goes lateral.
Yeah, he just goes lateral. South Carolina just feels that just feels right. If he stays healthy.
Kentucky.
Too.
I could see Kentucky.
Oh, I could see Kentucky. Yeah, I could see. He's a true senior there, right? Larry kid.
Is he not done?
I don't remember.
I think he's done.
I think he is too, but
I think him and Hartman were the same.
Yeah, I think they were going for their swan song.
Let's see.
But I'm just wasn't 100% sure on him.
Yeah, 5th year.
Okay,
so he's done.
All right.
So they're looking
he
for somebody
left after last year.
Yeah,
they're looking for somebody because I doubt they have a up and coming freshman or anything. I don't know any of those names. Will Howard from Kansas State. You're assuming he takes some type of step up if he's leaving.
You would think. Yes.
Will Rogers, Mississippi State.
I think he just wants to get in a better system.
Wants to play football.
Yeah, I think
Wants to throw the football.
He wants to throw the football
a lot.
Yeah,
come to Tech, baby.
I mean, they're looking. What's his name in the portal?
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's making headlines as if he was good this year or something. It's so weird.
He could play like 64% of his passes.
Yeah, he also
we were
like
down by
barely
30
played.
every game.
Chapin from Baylor's in the portal, the Evangel kid.
I just want LSU to have an insurance policy. That way we
And
don't have to rely
it won't
on
be
Ricky
none of
Collins
these
or Colin
guys.
Hurley.
It'll be a lower end guy probably.
but will it?
You think we'd get any of these?
I don't.
Besides maybe shaping.
Will
I could
Rogers?
see that.
It wouldn't surprise me though, because I mean, like
competition. I mean,
yeah,
just
like,
say, hey, it's going to be an open competition
like,
between you and us.
I mean,
And you
Jaden
just
went-
saw what they did this
that's
year.
why we brought Jaden in.
He
Jaden came in for
started at Arizona
competition.
State. Like, I mean, he wasn't like he was coming in like he went for competition.
We brought him in to compete with Max and
Like, or like the kid from Miles Brennan, or like the
Miles
kid,
Brennan. That's right.
the Temple kid that just entered.
He made
today.
Miles Brennan retire.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, the Temple kid looks pretty good. Okay, I'm in a group of five.
Vandy's quarterback as well.
Yeah.
Swan.
Yeah.
He's been like a draft prospect a little bit too.
So I mean, like, if I'm from Temple, I mean, I go to LSU. If I don't start, I'm at LSU. Like, I'm at this, facilities. I got everything I
and
want.
the fact of, I mean, with how good the offense was this year, and that we've seen now 2 transfer quarterbacks strive, change their careers.
I think we have the book on how to do this.
Exactly.
So I mean, it would surprise me if you get a guy like, whoa, I can't believe we got him.
And then, with them thinking that, we've started a couple years, we might can beat out Nuss. And it wouldn't shock me if that happens.
I mean, you just don't know. I mean, like, you really don't.
Yeah, I mean, Nuss is about as much of a question mark as it can be.
I mean, he's never.
He's just like all these other guys.
Yeah, he's like all these other
Except
guys we're talking about.
We know what these
but
other
they've
dudes
actually
are.
had game times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, which
I just don't
goes back
like,
to mine and Chance's argument. We had chances to play these guys.
If you're
and we never did this year.
LSU, if you're LSU and you get the chance at Cameron Ward, would you go for it?
Oh, hell, absolutely.
billion.
And it sucks because
with Nuss, what would you do?
It sucks
Screw 'em.
because he sat there.
Screw 'em.
He could have transferred out like some of these cats,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
But like I'm like, man, I like seeing a little loyalty because in this world today, there's not
Exactly.
that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it sucks. Not
everything
But we want
that
to
we've
win
heard,
games.
everything that we've heard though,
Eagle.
just seems like it's Nuss's job,
seeing it.
regardless.
Yeah, right.
So that makes you feel like they're not going to try for it. But if some of those top guys are wanting it,
Yeah.
what does LSU do?
I mean, they're the ones that see him in practice.
I mean, if I'm Cameron Ward, I'm sitting what just happened to Jaden this year, and I'm like, I'll take my less NIL money and go there.
Yeah,
To hopefully have the big
Future
contract
money.
next year in the draft. So
and Cameron Ward probably knows I can beat out Nussmeier.
he probably he feels good
I'd be
about it.
shocked if he doesn't.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know.
What Nuss will be a what? Redshirt junior?
He's got 2
Redshirt
years. He's
sophomore?
got 2 years after this year.
So he's
He's a sophomore this year. Redshirt sophomore.
okay. So I mean, theoretically, he could,
I mean,
sit again.
yeah, and then if he wants to go somewhere his last year, he can, and I'll be all
Or get
for
the
it if
job
he does.
at LSU that last year.
Or yeah, because Cameron Ward would be a true
Because
senior.
we were talking about Colin Hurley starting as a redshirt sophomore.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, we're anticipating we get 2 Nuss years right now.
Yes, that's right.
But it could turn into a
I mean,
gap year this year,
a
and then
gap
Nuss
this year.
gets that senior year.
Yeah, or Nuss
if he still stays.
balls next year, leaves, and then you start your Hurley, your Underwood, your
Or that's when
rotation
you hit the
starts.
portal.
Yeah, when you'll have to hit the portal.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if what's his name just looks better and better. That's there right now, Collins.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see that
so
happening.
I don't either. But
He's the one to look at transferring this year.
I don't think he is.
You don't think
Where would
he
he
is?
go?
I think he's going to be
He'd
sit
start
there.
at Tech tomorrow.
I mean, he could have went to Purdue. He
Yeah.
came to LSU knowing he wasn't
Exactly.
playing.
If that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I
If
think
he wanted to play, he goes
he
to
would
Purdue.
have went to Purdue. Yeah, or went to Tulane, like something like that.
Yeah.
Like he knew what he was doing. Like,
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to be part of LSU. I mean, be home.
Yeah.
God,
Looking at this week, let's talk real football, not hypothetical next year football.
I love this time of the year.
Yeah.
though.
It's
God,
the
I
best.
love it.
It's the best.
Friday, we get 2 championship games. We get New Mexico State
Give me the
and
over.
Liberty.
Give me the over.
Probably.
Give me
Probably.
the over.
And
Liberty
the game
minus
we've
40.
all been waiting for weeks,
Yes.
Oregon and Washington.
What time's that kick?
7.
Also, New Mexico State saw a cool story about their quarterback. He was a JUCO guy, and they were in like the JUCO championship or conference championship, something like that, some type of championship game down there. New Mexico State was coming to recruit the other quarterback had already offered him. He goes out there and outperforms them and beats them, and then he gets an offer and comes to New Mexico State.
Cool.
And now
Heck
now New Mexico State's 10-3 and beat Auburn. So.
Well, that's cool to hear a
Shout
story
out.
like that actually happen.
Yeah.
We were always told in high school, like, we were playing against somebody good. Like,
Wait, how did
we went and played against Cody McGuire. He played linebacker.
Had they played
for
13
Sterlington.
games?
How did they play 13
They
games?
might have played Hawaii.
They probably played week 0.
Yeah, they played Hawaii. At Hawaii.
Okay.
Hey, that's one of the 3
Yeah,
losses.
one of their losses.
Ain't lost since, baby.
They were enjoying that beach.
Yeah.
But we were always told if you're playing against a good recruit, that's the game you need to play your
Ball
best
out.
in.
People were
Because
there.
They
everybody's
lost
watching
to
it.
UMass by 11 week 1 and then beat Auburn.
And UMass is terrible.
They've lost to UMass and Hawaii.
Wow.
And they beat Auburn, and they're 10-3.
What's the line for
crazy.
Liberty? Minus 11?
I can't
11.
believe that coach didn't get talked about.
Yeah.
Like, that's shocking to me.
New Mexico State can't be good at football. It just can't.
No.
They're not allowed to.
I mean, no. I mean, they could be better than New Mexico, though.
Yeah.
New Mexico's
Who's at Liberty?
terrible. The coach?
Coach of Carolinas.
Yeah.
That's why Macau hit the portal last year. So apparently he's good at coaching football.
Yeah.
Or that
he made
Hugh
Coastal-
Freeze.
He left Hugh Freeze left
But
him pretty
he
good.
also made Coastal what it is.
Yeah.
That's
And-
also true.
And then now he goes to Liberty and just doesn't lose a game. Now Liberty played nobody this year, but still
They played
man,
Tech.
Yeah, they played Tech. They did.
Yeah.
And then Oregon, Washington. That's the game that matters in Vegas because Vegas gets to host 2 conference championships.
What's the other one?
Mountain West.
Mountain West.
There's just not enough. There's just not enough stadiums.
Where else are they going, I guess? I don't know.
California. I mean, go
Put
somewhere
them
there.
in the Rose Bowl
Yeah.
or something.
Give the
Crap.
Rose Bowl another game.
Probably
Put them in SoFi.
Probably can't afford the Rose Bowl.
SoFi.
It's
a very good spot.
Probably can't afford SoFi.
That's true.
Candlestick.
Yeah, that
Or
would have been
it's not Candlestick. It's Levi's.
Levi, but same thing.
Levi's.
We all knew what you're talking about.
Everybody knew. Clay had a confused look on his face, though. He was like, huh?
Oracle. Yeah.
But all those fan bases want Vegas.
Play him in a
Yes.
baseball field.
Yes.
They
Vegas wants it probably.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the Mountain West Championship game in Las Vegas will not be well attended.
Hey, it's UNLV, baby. Home game.
Real? Oh, well, that's why it's there.
Home game
then.
dog.
Hey, oh my God!
You're hammer
Boise
that.
State fired their head coach.
I love my running Rebels.
Fired their head coach, lost their quarterback, and look where
in
they're
the
at.
conference championship,
And
game.
they're a favorite for some reason.
That's where Bachmeyer came
UNLV's
That's what I'm
good.
saying. Lost their quarterback last year. Like,
UNLV's good. Like UNLV is winning that game. I'm calling that now.
Put it
home
on the
game.
graphic.
click on UNLV. Who's their coach there now? Because that was the school that
Bishop Gorman's head
They
coach
just-
went to. Remember that?
Their OC is connected to UTEP.
Do you remember that?
No, I was remembering they were wanting Aranda real bad. I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude went from coaching high school and went to coach college right there. Head coach to head coach. Nobody ever done it before.
Barry Odom.
Oh,
that old bastard.
That's why.
Oh,
Wow.
At Missouri.
And
Clay,
he
go to the-
was like Mr. Wisconsin too, right? No.
You're
no.
thinking of
This dude was
That's different guy.
This dude's
Yeah.
all Missouri. Missouri
Wow.
fired him,
Yeah.
and I didn't know he got another job. No, he went to DC and Arkansas for last year.
Uh-huh.
Turned their
And-
defense around.
Associate head coach as well.
Yeah, and then holy
beat
crap.
us.
Yeah, I forgot all about he was there. No wonder why they're good.
Yeah.
He had some good years at Missouri. Now he's not doing what they're doing now, but I mean, he made him
2 bowl
relevant.
games.
Yeah, I mean, like 8-5 from Missouri, they're happy with
Yeah,
that. I mean,
absolutely.
Back then, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
UNLV's good though. I've bet on them the past couple weeks. Freshman quarterback as well.
And they're getting plus money.
Yeah, plus money at the place that they play
their
literally their
home.
home games.
At their
They
home
literally play
stadium.
there for every home game.
Yeah.
They played Allegiant.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
They have a stadium.
no.
They played Allegiant,
No.
I saw it on an airplane.
Well, they did.
but they played Allegiant
But,
now.
but when the Legion got built, they changed to there.
Really?
They
it's part of the tax, I bet, that they paid. that
no,
passed
they're
to pay
paying.
for it.
They're paying to play in it.
Really?
I read an article on this because when they opened up, they were talking about even them paying and all that was still cheaper than them keeping up their
the field
stadium
and
running
everything.
up.
Just basically rent it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I do want to say
Well, that's
that
kind of sad.
I do want to say I think there's in works of them getting a new stadium built. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
'cause
sure.
Barry Odom, baby, he's turning the program
I'm
around.
pretty sure I read that.
Turning the program around.
So
What are we thinking Friday night though? Oregon, Washington. 9.5 points, just a lot.
I
man.
like the plus on that. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
Oregon's
clicking.
It feels
man.
it almost feels too much like Oregon's going to win though.
Oregon's clicking.
Does that not feel right?
Yes, because everybody's picking.
Feels
them.
like everyone's saying Oregon,
picking
while
them.
Washington has literally beat them.
And
now Washington has played pretty much as bad as they could since,
but they've
to not lose.
They've survived. Yeah,
they haven't lost a game, but they've played bad.
Oregon's the better team in my opinion.
Yeah,
and I think Oregon's one of the best teams in the country until they face Michigan and Georgia, and I think they're going to get steamrolled because I think their lack of size is going to
Bo Nix is going to become Bo Nix.
But I still feel like that loss is still on their mind.
Yeah,
and we think back to that game where there was 3 bad fourth down decision play calls.
Yeah,
that cost them that game.
Lanning lost in that game.
He did, and he admitted it. He's like, he put it on himself. Penix and the receivers are just kind of somehow flying under the radar. And some of it's just because it's Bo Nix and Janie Daniels, and it's back and forth.
The weather that they have played in.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, Penix threw for I think 200 yards or something like that against Oregon State, but it was a monsoon. I'm
tempted to take the plus 9.5.
Absolutely.
Tony Sanchez.
But I can also see Oregon coming out hot.
That was the Bishop Gorman head coach that went to UNLV. I've been trying to find it.
What is he there? Is he
Tony
still there?
Sanchez. No, he's gone. I'm about to find where he's at now.
I saw UTEP's their UNLV's OC is like the favorite for UTEP. And he looked like a guy that would be a high school head coach at some point. But yeah, I think Washington's they're being almost overlooked, which is kind of crazy to say for a number 3 overall team.
He's the wide receiver coach at New Mexico State.
Who is?
Tony Sanchez.
Hey, look at that.
That's why they're good.
He played there, too.
All right.
That's cool. Sorry for that.
I mean, yeah, it does feel like Oregon wins this game.
Give me the points. Washington the points, but I'm taking Oregon to win.
Over and under 65.5 over.
That feels like an over.
Washington's been hitting, they haven't been scoring, but now you're getting turf.
You're in a dome now.
I've got the under.
Fast turf.
Because
in a dome.
Oregon's, I think, scored 30 every game this year.
Yeah, I don't see Washington stopping that. Their defense is not.
I'm betting the under, hoping that the over.
Yeah, Washington.
hits.
I mean, Oregon scored 30 every game.
If the under hits, who wins?
So let's say Oregon scores 31, Washington scores 28. What's that right there in math wise? 59.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's an under.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much looking at Oregon.
65.5 is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in a conference championship game.
Yeah. But turf.
Well, inside helps.
And last Pac-12 game ever.
Yeah.
Got to go over.
It's got to be a shootout.
Over. Give me Washington. That line though. It's too many points. Too many points.
I can see if Oregon comes out firing right away and start getting a little out of hand.
Maybe
I could see that.
But at the
Oregon
same
gets
time,
the ball first.
At the same time, Washington scores late to make it a one touchdown
makes
loss.
it less than 10.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Oklahoma State, Texas. At Jerry's
Texas.
World, Texas.
I think Texas is
back.
way better. Yeah.
Yeah. Texas looks good.
Oklahoma State's been a roller coaster all year long.
Yeah.
Shout out to them winning last week to get there, though.
Yeah. Toledo, Miami, Ohio.
I can honestly say I've not watched either one of these teams all year long.
We watched Toledo week 1.
Okay.
They played Illinois.
Okay.
I think either me or you had the under. That's the only game Toledo's lost.
I had the under, and they went over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
30-28.
Yeah.
I think that was during the draft, our fantasy draft.
Okay.
That's the only game they've lost. Haven't lost since. The Rockets are rolling. I don't guess their coach is getting talked about. I mean, it feels like Toledo's good every year.
I actually saw his name.
What'd they go last year?
I'm trying to remember where.
They lost 5 last year.
I'm trying to remember who I saw. What's his name? The coach? I swore I saw his name brought up by somebody.
And one.
Speaking of coaches, we didn't mention the Northwestern hire. I thought that was a cool hire.
Northwestern State.
Yeah.
Oh,
the D3
guy?
coach. D3.
Yeah.
He was a long snapper at LSU back in his day.
Yeah, Doug Ireland loves it.
I think it's
he
a cool
said
hire.
it's a really good hire.
Yeah, I mean,
he said he's the perfect kind of guy that you need for this situation.
Exactly, and he's a program builder. I mean, he built that program up in Jackson.
Bellhaven.
Yeah,
Bellhaven.
like
I don't know where that's at.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Wow.
Latravius Bradford goes there from Jonesboro.
Like I
Jason
love the
Candle.
hire for Northwestern.
Toledo. Been there since 2016.
Who's the name?
Jason Candle.
Oh, he's just a Toledo.
He's been
dude.
there. He's been Toledo since 09.
He ain't leaving.
Worked his way up.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
He's a homer. He's from
He's
Ohio.
in action,
Yeah.
baby.
He ain't going
He's from Ohio. He ain't going nowhere.
He looks. How old is he? He looks kind of old.
44. Holy crap.
Is that a bad picture of him? Oh, the sun's hitting him. He's not.
Yeah, it's not gray. It's the sun's
All
blind.
right, that makes me. All right. Oh, yeah, but he's gonna make a move then.
Oh, he's going to be good eventually.
He's
yeah.
gonna make a move.
Yeah, I mean, Toledo's always good.
Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't have a losing season.
Toledo's got a weird athletic program. They're usually just decent at everything.
They call him Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. I'll take Toledo. Going against Blaine Gabbert's brother at Miami.
I didn't know Brock Purdy had a brother
fighting
in
I'm gonna take
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't think the fighting Roethlisbergers are gonna win that.
Running Rebels are going to run all over Boise at home.
Absolutely.
Bama, Georgia. 5.5 point spread.
Ooh, 6.5.
Bama has, or Nick Saban 7-0, I believe, in Georgia.
Oh, did you see?
There's some weird
did
stats.
You see
man.
that stat? Holy! He hasn't. He's
like-
lost only one SEC championship game.
Yeah.
He's won.
And what was that?
That was the.
Was that Georgia last year?
That was
or year before?
Year before. It was the other stat blew my mind.
It was like I'm betting Bama.
Was it 17 straight? Oh, God, what was that stat, Clay? I might have bookmarked it on Twitter. Hold on, you keep talking. God, it was crazy.
Everything I read about it was here we go. 10-1 in SEC championships. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yes.
16 straight games in Atlanta.
That's it. Yeah.
And undefeated in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So where was that SEC championship game at?
Well, it wasn't that Mercedes. It wasn't Mercedes-Benz. It was that the.
But he's won 16 straight now in Atlanta.
Did the COVID year one? Was it somewhere different?
No,
I wouldn't think.
Well, it was still there.
Yeah. So when did they lose? Oh, so they won the one in 2021.
Oh, did he lose? He lost the Chick-fil-A game in there.
Oh, the conference semifinals?
Semifinal game.
Was that to Bama? I mean, was that to Georgia?
Yeah.
National championship.
Or was it?
Oh, that was in Indianapolis.
Was it? He lost the Chick-fil-A game. Somebody.
I'm trying to find.
He's won 16 in Atlanta, and he's lost one SEC.
He's lost one SEC championship. That's what's.
So it's just from way back when he's won a bunch of bowl games in there. Since.
Crap, he might have lost the SEC championship with LSU
his first year, or something. Go to his coaching history. Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy to look at.
So 2 years ago,
zoom in.
We're just going to go year by year. When did they lose an SEC championship? That's going to be the.
They
tough
didn't lose
thing.
it 2 years ago.
They beat Georgia, then they lost to Georgia in the national championship.
Just look up SEC championship games.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. They beat. Oh crap! Well, no. I was going to think the year that we lost to them in the national championship, but that
We
wasn't
didn't
it.
play each other.
Look at the LSU in 05.
Making my way there. I don't think it was at Bama. I don't think he's lost an SEC championship at Bama.
No, it's going to be. I think it's 05.
It's gonna be one of them first couple years. Of
No. They won in 03 with him. They didn't make it in 02.
01?
No, 01 was his first year there.
02, they didn't make it.
Did
They make it in 04.
They made it with Jamarcus.
Did he lose it in 03?
No.
No, they won it.
My God, when did he lose?
Did they?
Got it. 2008.
Oh,
Lost to Florida. They were undefeated.
Oh, his second year.
His second year at
Is that
Bama.
the Tebow speech year?
Yeah, after the Ole Miss game.
Was that the Tebow speech year? I mean, he didn't have a chance.
He didn't have a
John
chance.
Parker Wilson.
He didn't have a chance.
It was number 1 at Bama versus number 2 Florida.
Yeah, that was the year after they got beat by ULM.
That was it. The Tebow speech? No.
Yeah, it is. He lost to Ole Miss.
Oh, was that the game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Ole
okay.
Miss. Yeah.
You
Wow.
should know this, Clay. That's part of your bets a couple weeks ago.
I didn't see what game it was. Oh, yep. There's a speech. Oh, yeah, he had no shot.
No.
So he has not lost a game in Atlanta.
2008.
2008. I mean,
it's 2023.
the dude's 10-1 in SC championships. How?
I don't know what's more remarkable. He's played in 11 of them, or that he's won 10 of them. Like which
And it's one loss is to a freaking dynasty.
Yes.
He hasn't lost in that city in 16 games. And he only goes there once a year, sometimes twice.
No, yeah, because he's
the only time he has to go there is to play
a big game,
to play a championship,
or like they've opened up the beginning of the year playing that Chick-fil-A game.
Yeah,
they've done that a few
or
times there.
Probably a college football playoff
game.
Is he the greatest coach, no matter what sport of all time?
In my argument, I would say yes. Because
Why, is he better than Phil Jackson?
Because this sport
changes so much,
and your players change so much.
You don't have Kobe Bryant for 15 years.
For a player for 10, 12 years. Yes, in my opinion, he has a chance.
It's crazy, man.
I want to see Nick Saban in Atlanta.
And they've changed the format how many times for the championships, and he still winds up winning them.
It's crazy.
It's insane. And it's just more depressing knowing that he could be doing that in Baton Rouge still. If he didn't have that dang itch to go to the freaking NFL, he'd still be down there.
Yeah.
Still would be down there.
I mean,
wonder how many championships we would have.
He's got 6 right now total. I would say he'd have 10.
10.
They would rename it to Nick Saban Stadium.
I guarantee you he'd have at least 9. I think he'd have 10. Because you got to think he went 1, 2, 3-year stretch there where between the NFL and getting Alabama rolling.
Yeah.
Like he'd already had LSU. I mean,
LSU 03 to 09.
LSU won a ring.
Yeah.
While he was gone. So, like.
I mean, like, I love Coach K more than just about oxygen. And he's better than Coach K.
Oh, easily.
Don't you say way better.
I'm going to say way better.
Don't you say way.
I'm going to say way better because it impresses me more when they do it in multiple programs. That's
yeah,
my
but
only
K
thing.
created the program.
He did. He created the program. But, like, it impresses me when a guy can go from – or a coach can go and do it in multiple places.
The stuff you said about him changing with the playoffs, K changed with the eras as well.
Yes.
He embraced the one and done and won it.
He adapted a lot.
You know, like –
yeah, because K went from 4-year guys to one and done guys.
Yeah. With Jalil Okafor and all them.
Why'd they only play 8 games? Oh, they had vacated. So they didn't go 2-6.
What are we talking about?
I was looking to see his first year at Bama. It says he went 2-6. 07. But they had 5 wins vacated. I don't know from what.
I don't remember that.
But look, I mean,
what's his name? Wasn't he in trouble when Saban got there? The coach that was there before.
I can't tell you the coach.
Yeah, if you hear it, Shula.
Mike Shula.
Mike Shula.
Really?
I think there was some scandalous stuff when he got fired. I might be wrong on that.
Or was it vacated wins from like the past?
The past. Yeah.
Huh.
Something's telling me he was
Independence Bowl versus Colorado.
I remember that.
Yeah, he had them rolling. They played Florida State in September 29th. What a random game.
But look also look how early they were playing conference games.
Yeah, Vandy week 2. And
Arkansas.
then Houston randomly in there. Lost to LSU, lost to freaking ULM.
Dude, that was so funny. That billboard in Monroe was so funny. I still remember that.
So what are we thinking?
That's when ULM beat Arkansas like the next year too.
Yeah.
They went on a run where they were knocking one off.
I think Nick Blundell was the mascot for ULM.
Yeah.
That's when
that.
ULM beat Arkansas.
Yes.
Never mind.
That was with they had a good team.
They had a good quarterback like Browning or something.
Browning. Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I love Browning. I was when I was going to school in Arkansas, and all I heard about Arkansas Hall, yada 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 yada, and that Saturday when ULM beat them, I showed up to class Monday in a polo ULM shirt to every class, and my professors and all the students, oh man, everybody just hated me. And I didn't say a word. I just walked around with the ULM shirt on, didn't say nothing, with my LSU hat on.
There it was, 2012. Yeah, they beat number 8 Arkansas. Wow.
Yeah.
What was that quarterback's name?
Browning. Colton Browning.
Colton Browning, yep.
I just saw it up there.
Colton Browning.
Scroll down.
That was also the same time frame when ULM had Baylor came to Monroe on a Thursday night ESPN game. Place was completely. I went
3 days later.
I went.
They lost to Auburn in overtime.
Place was completely packed. It was a phenomenal game.
Dude, if they win those 2 games that they could have won.
They should have beat Baylor.
Is that RG3?
They blew it at the end.
RG3?
Or
Bryce Petty.
I think it was. I don't remember.
Nick Florence. I don't know who that
Dude,
is.
that place was
must have been a little gap year between.
People were standing all around the field. Like, it was awesome. And they should have won. They blew it at the end, I think. Like, it was a phenomenal game.
Next year was the RG3 year.
Okay.
I don't know who that guy is. He ain't played this year.
So is Saban keeping it going? I think they can.
They can. Kirby's going to make Milroe beat him in the air. And I want to see it.
Yeah.
He's not going to let him run around the field.
Can Bama slow down Georgia?
I don't know. Beck looks good, man. He
might win the Heisman next year.
He looks really good. Saban will have a game plan for him. They don't have that just bell cow of a back list Georgia has in the past. They have some good ones. They don't have. I guess
TJ Power.
I want to see Milroe make these plays. Look, if you're gonna holler, give me the Heisman. Yeah. You show me the Saturday, bud.
Yeah, say it Saturday evening, and I'll listen.
I will listen to you. Yeah. Like,
I'm just so fascinated at what happens if Bama wins. So I'm kind of rooting for Bama.
I'm pulling for him.
Just to see it be chaos.
Yes,
I do. I want to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Tulane, SMU.
Go ahead, Tulane.
Yeah,
Let's
shout
go
out
to
Tulane.
Green Wave.
They get to host.
Yeah.
I guess they don't have a neutral site. I don't know where the neutral would be for American.
And it's cool to see a couple LSU boys on that team play for them.
And Tyler Grubbs.
Yeah, Grubbs from Tech, the linebacker.
Yeah.
He popped somebody last week.
Dude, if Fritz doesn't leave after this year,
apparently he's not.
They're gonna make a run. Like they're this could be good. I mean, I like
he's seeing 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
He's like, I can get in there now.
Get in there, yeah. Like if
he would be in it this year.
If he don't take the Houston job, he's not going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Houston talking to, I forget.
Cliff.
Yeah,
that's
what
right.
it was. That's what it was.
Yep.
That would make sense.
It would make sense and could be pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to the Big 12.
Yeah, and then with that recruiting grounds around
Oh,
them,
yeah, definitely.
And that's a school that showed, okay, we want to be good at basketball. Look at how good they are.
And now he has the portal.
Yeah.
He ain't never had the portal before.
No. Like this.
You mean to tell me one of these guys
he'll get a quarterback right now.
Cam Ward would transfer there.
Yeah, he's going to get a quarterback easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
App State and Troy. I didn't know Troy was that good, but shout out to them.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Michigan, Iowa.
Makes that lost.
Iowa
scoring? Let's shout out to Sunbelt.
Oh, yeah.
Getting 12 out of your 14 teams.
Shout out to ULM for not being one.
That's right. Hey, he may mention that. I watched his
Who the crap's going to ULM?
Broderick Fobbs.
Like, I mean, I actually tweeted to Sean Fox. I was like, he was going on him. I was like, why don't they go get Bobby Petrino? He's like, actually, that's a good name, but just doubt they'll go there. I'm like, why? Why not? Like, what do you have to lose? Like, if I'm ULM, you laugh at me now. I'm calling Art Browse.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Take any.
When's he going to not be blacklisted anymore?
Thank you, Chance.
Apparently, he's Mississippi State. That guy's
protege,
father-in-law.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I saw when he got hired at Mississippi State, that guy. People were like, "Get ready for Art Browse to be around your program."
Wow. Because
apparently he just I guess goes to the games.
Art
or
Browse
whatever.
up in Canada somewhere.
Yeah, they said that.
I looked him up the other night.
They said he'll just show up around the program.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
He hid sexual assault, right?
Well,
And strippers and
There
cocaine.
was no, it was the players doing
the
stuff.
players
and he just hid it.
Like hazing type stuff.
Yes,
I think.
hazing stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't come out. Yeah.
It wasn't Louisville. It wasn't Penn State.
Yeah, it wasn't. But, like, I
I thought like the players were beating women.
I might chance, though. Like, why?
I don't think so.
Why? Like, how much longer does he have to be punished for it?
Yeah.
Like, what is, I mean, that was.
And if you're, if you're a team
he's not
like
in jail,
Tech
then
or
let him
LSU,
coach.
just, or ULM, just take
what do
the
you have
freaking
to
jump,
lose?
man.
Like, if you're ULM, what do you lose?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Grambling had him there, and they freaking screw the pooch. Like, if you're ULM, what? I promise you're going to sell tickets. You're going to start winning games instantly. You're going to have a fun offense to go watch.
Yes.
Like, I mean, you don't have to have the best athletes because his offensive scheme's he'll coach around it. Like, I don't get why you wouldn't.
Just the public perception around here.
It's the public perception. You know what? That would be gone after the first month.
I mean, I've already forgotten what he did.
I don't even before that.
Yeah.
It would be rah-rah for a few weeks, and then it'd be dead because they'd be on to something else.
Like I don't remember what he did.
It was all.
And I remember everything about all the other ones.
There were some rapes involved. With some
Is
of the
that
players.
what it was?
Yeah.
But see, I thought it was something
that
with the
defensive
players.
lineman. That was
or Oakland, whatever. Yeah,
had a
talking about the freak Oakman. It was a large
he
man.
was
I don't
doing
think he did
something to
anything.
yeah, he did.
he did on the field, but
he was raping all over the field.
I think that's why he didn't make it in the league, was because he was doing stuff.
I don't think he was a good player.
I think he was just big.
Yeah, he was just huge, and he had that picture with Mark Ingram.
Yeah, I forgot about that Mark Ingram picture.
Sexual assault case.
Yeah, there were some rapes involved in that Baylor deal.
2 weeks before the draft. See,
because if you remember correctly, there were some talks of them being the SMU deal.
Oakman was involved in an incident at the Penn State dining hall. What was he doing at Penn State? He went there. Oh, he went to Penn State and then Baylor.
That's where he learned it from.
He was just carrying tradition. Yeah, come on.
What? When you get free, what's the word I'm looking for? What happened at SMU when you get
yeah,
the death penalty?
Death penalty.
That's
Remember, Baylor was in.
They almost got
it, and then all of a sudden Matt Rule comes and starts winning.
Yeah.
After they were, all that was hanging over their head.
Named he physically assaulted a woman in January 2013 in Waco. Was
hit again. It was 10 years ago.
You're welcome.
Why is Art Briles still?
And then he was arrested in 2016 in Waco.
The same reason like why Ray Rice ain't never played football again.
Oakman was just doing what Uncle Jerry Sandusky taught him. I mean, he was
Uncle Jerry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he went coach at a high school.
That's hilarious that he went from Penn State to Baylor. Right in the prime of both of those. That's funny. That's funny.
Like what?
6'9", 287.
God, he was so big.
He still is. Look at him. It's 2023.
What's he playing? A Canadian or something?
Yeah.
Is he with Art Briles?
He's in Toronto.
Toronto Argonauts. Is that where Art Briles is?
No, it wasn't Argonauts. It started with an E. I didn't have a clue when I saw it.
Probably Edmonton.
That's hockey.
The Elks.
It was E. When I looked at Art Briles, I Wikipedia'd him. I was like, that has to be Canadian football. I didn't even look. I just assumed.
Who?
I just assumed.
I don't have a Wikipedia page. That might be Germany.
Oh, you know what? He did. He went overseas.
Oh, it's Italy.
Okay, I remember that now.
Oh my God!
I remember that. No, you're right, Clay. Because when Grambling told him no, next thing I know, he was going on. He was hired over in a country somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Italy.
That's right.
He's in the IFL.
Like, I mean, that dude wants to come. Like, give the dude a chance.
He wants to coach some football.
He's getting penalized enough. He's in Italy coaching football.
Eating good though.
I didn't know he started at Houston.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I do remember that.
I
mean, his son still gets the job.
He got Case Keenum.
Why can't he?
Yeah.
Florida
State,
Art Briles.
Florida, and Louisville.
Louisville's winning.
I mean, are they?
Yes.
You think?
Yes. I think they would have won last week. Probably not, but they're coming. Yeah, I forget.
I'm rooting for Florida State just for Max Chaos.
But I don't want them in the playoff.
They looked fine,
and I don't say they don't deserve to be.
They looked fine against Florida.
I just don't want them in. I want the four best teams.
Hey, there's Sam Pittman. And Bobby Petrino.
Shut up.
He's talking to some honey.
Oh, yeah. I see the eyes.
He's looking for his volleyball girl.
Yeah.
Surely she's like an assistant coach.
Bobby,
now.
they play tomorrow night.
He's gonna get his
He
neck
showed up to
braced
the
out.
gym. He thought it was a volleyball game tonight. What's this round ball stuff?
Bobby P.
Somebody said, somebody say, please let him show up at his press conference with a Sugar Bowl hat. Or he was wearing with the neck brace.
That's hilarious.
When do they play? Volleyball season ended.
Oh man, yeah,
That's the
already,
only
Oh
reason
no,
hired him.
they get a tournament game at Stephen F. Alston or a neutral site. Where's Barnhill Arena?
He'll be recruiting around there, I bet.
wherever.
Oh, it's in Fayetteville. Never mind.
Oh God,
They have a gym for volleyball.
He'll be there.
That's crazy.
a lot
On
of
Bobby Petrino
a
floor.
lot of schools are starting to get that.
Wow.
They're
10,000 seats.
They're doing that for volleyball, gymnastics.
Title IX,
So
man.
we know where Bobby will be Friday night.
Yes. That's why Brett Favre was trying to get one for Southern Miss, but everybody was mad at him. 'Cause he was just using a little money.
Just a trendsetter,
Just
man.
golly.
So what, do we think Florida State, you don't think they win?
I think Louisville wins.
If Florida State wins, though, you got to.
They're in.
You got to.
They deserve it. I don't want them in.
Yeah.
Because, like we sit here every year, and you sit there and you tell me to use the eye test.
Yeah.
And you tell me to get the 4 best teams and use, okay, I'm using my eye test. They're not the same thing without Jordan Travis.
Yeah.
So, I don't want them in.
If they do look good, though, against Louisville. I mean, they didn't look great against Florida. They looked fine. They won.
If they look good, yes, I'll give it to them. But would I want Texas in over them? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I want Oregon, Washington, Alabama, whoever over them? Yes. But if they look good, they're in. Absolutely. But I'm taking that plus 2.5 on my top 5.
Let's get our predictions. College football playoff. What's it going to be?
Wait, first of all, Michigan, Iowa. Does Iowa score?
Does Iowa score?
I've got Iowa plus 22.5.
So they score?
No, I just don't think Michigan scores that many.
So Michigan wins 17-0?
Yeah, I think they coast. Yeah. Iowa might not cross the 50.
Ooh.
And I genuinely mean that.
Is that a bet?
Hey, they're going to punt their way to the
That
50.
should be
Come on now. Come on now. Don't disrespect Troy Taylor.
That should be a prop bet. Does over under quarter?
How many times they've crossed the 50?
Or over under the quarter that they cross it.
Don't disrespect
2.5.
Troy Taylor.
A quarter?
No, over under the quarter. When did they get to the
2.5?
when did they cross the
Give
50?
me the under.
So you think they cross it before the second quarter? Before
Oh,
third
I
quarter?
thought you meant each quarter.
No, at quarter 2.5.
So
do they cross it in the third or do they cross it in the second?
I say they cross it in the second.
Come out hot, pull out a trick play, a pass.
Or pick off J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, that's very possible.
Looking at their team lines, over 7.5 points is plus 160. It's the lowest you can bet.
That's them scoring.
One
touchdown.
One touchdown is minus 120.
Dang.
Let's see. Hey, if you want to go under Michigan touchdowns, 2.5 plus money. First half points
I think
over
Michigan scores
over
more than
0.5.
You think?
Over 0.5 first half points minus 135.
Not gonna lie, when y'all sent that, I thought that was like Photoshop.
No, it's real.
So I went to DraftKings and looked, and it's like it's real.
Now, second half line, they're gonna get it rolling over 2.5 points.
That's higher than what it was.
Yeah, it did move from 0.5. It's
a
crazy.
barn burner.
It's crazy. It's crazy. They're one of one.
They're Iowa.
They're Iowa. Yeah, that's the only way to describe.
Kind of
it.
like if you're a defensive dude, why would you go to USC? If you're an offensive dude, why would you go to Iowa? Unless you're a tight end or
an
offensive lineman. Yeah.
If you're a skill guy, don't go to
I didn't know they
Iowa.
have a white corner that's like going to be
said
the
that
best
so
corner.
many times this year.
That's crazy.
Cooper DeJean, yeah. He got hurt, though.
He got hurt. He's out.
Yeah.
And Kuiper's got him as a safety.
Probably.
He
Probably
does
probably not fast.
He does feel like a safety.
Because he's white.
Yeah, I would definitely feel. I think
I need to
that's
see
a
him
good
at the
move.
combine.
I think that's a good move.
No, he's fast. He runs like under 4.3.
He can fly.
He's like a runs a 4.3 Yeah.
How do they
I
find
want
him?
to see the hill.
He's Iowa, baby.
Hey, son, he was in the farms. He was out there.
He's probably
farming
from
and-
Iowa. He's
Probably
gotta
like
be.
that boy that's on TikTok that has all the homemade crap. The
Homemade
redheaded
basketball
dude.
and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Let me see. Where's
God,
he from?
Arkansas can shoot the ball.
Yes,
He's
they
got to
can.
be from Iowa, right?
I mean, I don't know why else you go there.
Let's see. Yep. Oda Balt, Iowa, 6'1", 207.
Look at my man right there.
At the corner, baby.
Look at my
Tyreek
man.
Hill versus Cooper, right there.
More quick than fast.
I think he's their punt returner too, right?
He is.
Oh, he's got to be.
Yeah, got a punt return touchdown this year.
6'1", too. That's a good build.
Yeah.
Don't let him go New England.
I bet he's strong.
Don't let him go to England.
6'1", 207. Yeah, I mean that's what you want, man.
He's definitely bringing the lunch bell.
That's what you
That's
want.
that's what's going to keep Bill Belichick's job. He's like, Robert, I got a boy coming out of Iowa.
No, he's going to go to Baltimore is where he's going to go.
Oh,
That looks so weird.
It would look so weird, wouldn't it?
yeah. So
Philly.
what's our 4?
Philly.
What's your 4?
I think Georgia wins.
Now imagine him in a Saints jersey at corner.
That'd be something good.
Him
that would happen.
versus him on the other side of Lattimore.
Lattimore flashing pistols at halftime still. If the Saints got him, that'd be too good of a thing to happen.
No,
Oh, he'd be the most popular player besides Taysom.
he's playing for the wrong school in the Big Ten. He's got to be a Buckeye.
It's true.
Yeah. Hey, I'd take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Do you see where he's thinking about coming back? Like seriously thinking about coming back?
Yeah.
Because he wants to play in the
Indiana,
where his
he wants
dad
to play in
played.
Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, that's a cool reason. If that,
Yeah,
actually-
I'm like, dude,
He put that as like one of his
yeah,
goals. is to
yeah.
play there.
And I mean, but I'm like, dude, do you realize 4 more teams are adding to the Big Ten next year? Like it's
Injuries happen.
Yeah, like I mean, brother,
Which money ain't a thing to him.
No.
Which I wonder how much Marvin made.
I'm sure he made plenty.
Marvin
He made
Marvin
plenty.
made plenty. I think. Yeah,
I didn't know if that's like when the money started coming around.
He was at the end of it, but I think Marvin.
I mean, I watched Marvin play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin would take care
he
of
didn't,
him.
He didn't make like Reggie made. Reggie had a few
No,
more
Reggie
years
had
after
a
Marvin.
contract after him. Yeah.
But
give me your 4 chance.
Dude, I don't freaking know. I texted y'all this the other day. I ain't got a freaking clue.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think,
Everything that we needed to happen last
because
week
we
was
don't,
perfect.
because we don't know.
If Alabama wins, are they in?
There's no way in hell they're not in.
And then is
If they
Georgia
win.
in? That's the crazier thing.
I don't think you could drop Georgia that many spots if it's a close game.
If Florida State wins, are they in?
It depends on if Alabama wins.
If there's no way you can get 2 from SEC this year,
And then my thing
ain't,
is-
there ain't.
What about Texas beating Alabama?
Like, imagine, all right, so Bama beats Georgia, Florida State wins, Washington wins, Michigan wins, Texas wins. You're getting, are you putting in 2 SEC teams over either Washington
Washington
or
wins, they're in.
To be honest with you, though, probably most likely Georgia's in no matter what. Even if
That's
they
what I'm
lose.
thinking too, unless they get
Even if they
embarrassed.
I just
lose.
can't imagine 2 SEC teams this year.
Bama, that's what I'm saying. Bama probably gonna get left out, which is gonna be chaos.
I want to
One
see
loss
Bama,
Bama.
win, so I
Which
can
is
see.
going to be. That's the thing. It's one loss. It's not
One
like they're
loss
sitting there at 2
Bama?
losses. But like, you know, Washington and Oregon are going to play themselves out. Okay,
Yeah.
so if Washington loses, they're probably dropping 3 to 4 spots.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
Based off of how they've looked in recent weeks
Right.
anyway.
So
Even though it would be insane for Washington to lose by 3 like Oregon did.
who's 6?
And then you're like, they both lost to each other by 3. 6 to Ohio State.
they're at home.
They're above Texas and
so
Bama.
they're getting jumped just sitting
But
at the house.
why put them there?
Exactly.
That was my thing
That
when they
doesn't make sense.
when they put them there. I was like,
That makes
why?
me feel like Texas and Alabama shouldn't even play this week and that they're out.
It almost makes you think they're already out anyway. Yes,
That's
right.
what
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
me
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like.
Like when they put
Because
them,
why not? They
put them at 8.
Ohio State literally can't do anything.
No,
They are who they are right now. That they're going to be Sunday.
like it makes
no
the
sense.
best thing Ohio State can do is have Michigan win by 40. and just look incredible,
Yeah.
and just improve their one.
And
loss.
then
And
hope
then Florida State lose.
Well, then you would want Washington to win and Florida State to lose.
Yeah.
And then
And then they get in.
And they're in.
And Georgia to win.
Unless if Texas jumps them.
Does Texas jump them though?
That's what I'm saying.
If Texas jumps them, why didn't they jump them already?
Right.
It's gonna be crazy,
freaking
man.
knows.
I know.
Why are they? I feel like the committee should have to give us a report.
Well, did you
Like the committee?
why they are
committee
here.
should, the committee should tell us.
Ask him freaking last night why is Oregon ahead of Texas with
the strength of
schedule? He said, can't make this up. Well, Bo Nix has completed 70% of his passes this year and just looks really good. What the heck does that matter?
In other words, they're not going to give us an answer.
No, I mean like that. You have there's a reason somewhere behind that.
They're not going to tell us.
That
so
many
that's what
people in a
sucks.
room didn't.
I wonder what Texas could do. Like, why are they not ahead of Ohio State right now? And what will it take for them to jump Ohio State?
Like, to me, what Texas has done without Ewers for those few weeks is impressive.
Yeah.
They were getting by still. They were winning.
Their one loss was a last-second play in the Red River Shootout.
Yes. To a team that's 12.
All the teams in the top 8 that have one loss are understandable.
Yeah.
Like,
there's not a bad
Bama
loss.
losing to Texas, fine.
Yeah.
Texas losing to Oklahoma, fine.
Only thing with Bama is they lost at home.
They did.
Yes. They have the worst loss, and that's why they're 8.
Yeah. But, I mean, Oregon has...
Why is Oregon above Texas?
Yeah, because Oregon's strength of schedule is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
they've beaten more ranked teams, I guess.
Who's that?
Oregon. Mm-mm. There's been more ranked teams in the Pac-12.
I don't think they've been playing them
not
when they were ranked.
Play them right.
They ain't played them ranked.
The only
crap, Washington's played everybody ranked.
You got to think like Washington State early in the year was ranked. Now they weren't like 7 wins.
Yeah.
Oregon State.
Oregon State was their only ranked team I think they've beaten. This year.
Really?
And now they're down to like 18.
See, like Washington beat USC whenever they were ranked. Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Oregon. They beat Colorado,
Utah,
and Oregon State. So they have 3.
They click on Washington.
But then,
now
of those teams, Utah's not ranked, are they?
No.
Are they still ranked?
No, they're out.
I think they're out. Colorado's out.
And Oregon State is, I think, 18.
They're 20.
16.
They're 20.
20. And then you look at Washington. You beat Oregon, USC, Utah, Oregon State. So you have 4, but still
one of being Oregon.
Yeah, one of being Oregon, and then Oregon State. So you have 2 teams that are ranked right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean,
I'm going Michigan 1.
Whoa. Okay, keep going.
Michigan 1.
So you're thinking Georgia's going to lose?
Think Bama's beating them. Michigan 1. Give me my Huskies at 2.
God, I hope.
Florida State at 3. Bama at 4.
You think they would drop Georgia?
I don't think they'll drop them that much. Can they?
Who?
Georgia. We've never seen that.
Who's
Georgia
beat?
Dropping that much.
And you've never seen an 8 go to the playoff.
You got to put in Bama, man.
Yeah, you've never seen 8 go to the playoff.
Got to put in Bama.
Georgia's only good wins are going to be Ole Miss and Mizzou.
You got to put in Bama.
Who are 2 top 12 teams.
And then at that point, Bama would have 1 loss just like Georgia. They would have the head-to-head factor, and they would also have the championship factor. But so would Texas. Texas has beat Bama.
How does Bama jump Texas?
They can't. I'm telling you, there's no way they can. There's no way they
Bama's
can.
getting in.
Unless if I mean, even
it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't because even if Texas goes to overtime,
teams like that.
Even if Texas goes to overtime, they're still facing the 18th team of the country.
Texas beat Bama at Bama.
It's not like they're playing Boise State.
Yeah,
they're 7-5 in the conference championship.
It's still going to be a ranked win.
Fine, Michigan, Washington, Florida State, Texas. There's my 4. No SEC.
Oh
my God.
Oh.
I think Bama's winning, and
Danny Cannell would get an erection.
Yes, he would.
Bama is winning. Bama's winning the game, and if you can't jump Bama over Texas, like what does Texas have to do at that point?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would
Texas
play?
wins their game and Georgia stays in with a loss, what did Texas like? Why Texas
and then
even show up?
I come
this
back
weekend?
to why is Ohio State 6?
Ohio State's at 6.
That's the weird thing in all
That's
this.
the biggest wrench in all.
Hook 'em horns, they're getting in.
Unless if they just knew that they could use them to jump. Like I guess
Just respect them right now.
It would, respect them right now because it would look really bad at them. Were they were number 2?
Honestly, you could have made a case that Ohio State should have not dropped that far.
Were they 2 when they got beat or 3? What was Michigan?
Yeah, I guess that they're going week by week and not looking at the
exactly because if you lost to the number 2 or 3, you can't just drop 6 spots.
Yeah,
like.
I guess that's why. I guess that
it was
makes
2
sense.
versus 3. They were 2.
They were 2.
I mean, there's an argument that they shouldn't have dropped to 6.
So they could literally drop 7 spots if they were to really put them where we talk about putting them at.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're like, we'll just do that next week, where it just looks casual, like a couple here. Here's a few more.
Ohio State losing by a score to Michigan, like you could have put Ohio State at 5.
Yeah, you really
ahead
didn't
of
have
Oregon.
Yeah, I agree.
You could have put them at 4 ahead of Florida State.
Yeah,
and it be like a valid argument.
Yeah. Yeah, because really, Florida State they should thank us.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for us still winning, they don't
have a good win.
Yes, they do not have a good win. So we're helping them stay where they're at, and that the fact that they started around the top 5 at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So they never had to move up a lot.
What's y'all's predictions?
Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas.
That'd be a dang good. That'd be a dang good 4. Georgia, Texas would be a game.
That to me, that'd be
great.
Four.
That'd be great.
Georgia, Washington.
Washington jumping Michigan.
Not Washington, Michigan.
What did I say?
Georgia, Michigan.
You got the Hawkeyes? Upset.
Hey, he saw that white corner. He is
right.
sold.
That's right. Troy Taylor's got
Cooper.
Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and give me Texas.
Yeah.
I think Bama's out. I think they're out.
I think if the committee wanted them in, they would have.
They could have already moved them ahead of
Texas.
Texas.
Put them at 6 or 7.
They could have already moved them ahead of Texas if that's what they were going to do.
That's gonna be crazy.
So that makes me feel like they're actually valuing the
win.
head to head.
A one loss SEC champ Bama.
Okay, is there any case scenario where there's not an SEC team in it?
I think Clay gave it to you.
If Bama beats
cannot
Georgia,
jump Texas.
if Bama beats Georgia,
Georgia fall that much. We never see that.
but why?
They have 2 good wins.
Why
They have
play?
less good wins
Why
than
play
both the
this
Pac-12
weekend?
But they got
teams.
2 good wins to 2 top 10 teams, most likely when the weekend's over with.
Michigan wins, they're in. Washington wins, they're in.
Then why be a conference
You
champion?
can't move 2 and 3. You can't move them. If Florida State wins, undefeated ACC champ is better than Georgia. Like you just got to put that in a team that didn't win their championship, and then Texas. Like Texas winning the Big 12 and beating Bama.
I mean, we've seen Georgia lose, win the SEC championship and win the national championship.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've seen that 2 years ago.
It was a lot. The rest of the teams weren't as strong though. This year we've got 8 teams that have a chance and an argument.
If there's no SEC championship team in that playoff, it will be bad. I'm telling you, the rights will be. It will be.
But there's an actual case where it makes sense not to have one.
I just think Kirby and the boys are going to take care of business Saturday.
And it
But I
probably
hope
will.
they don't because I want to see what would happen.
Yes.
No, I agree. I'm saying I don't want Bama to win, but I kind of do just because I want to see it happen.
I mean, I don't want Georgia or Bama to win the national championship.
No, what's going to happen is Bama's going to win.
I want chaos.
I want
Bama
Washington
will
to
win.
the national championship.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't like Oregon. Yeah. I don't like Georgia. I don't like Alabama. I can care less about Texas. Like I want Washington to win it.
I don't really like Michigan a whole lot.
No, gosh, no.
Damn sure don't like Ohio State.
Bama will win, and we'll get 2 SEC teams somehow. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and you know
somehow.
what? They're going to say, "Screw it, we're going to 12 next year anyway," so they're not going to care.
No,
yeah. We need Florida State to win. Okay, that's goal 1.
Just for max chaos.
Just for chaos.
Just for the max chaos. Florida State has to win.
But for max chaos, you need Oregon to win No,
You
really.
need Bama.
No, Friday night. Who do you need Friday night to win though?
Washington.
Because
just to make that you need that last spot to be
one team.
Crazy.
Well, you need it to be open because you need Oregon out.
Yes.
So you need Oregon, Ohio State, or.
But at the same time, if Oregon wins by a field goal, both teams beat each other by a field goal. How do you differentiate between them and Washington?
They cancel each other out.
Yeah, if they beat each other by 3.
If Bama and Florida State both win,
no one's even talking about that.
It's going to get crooked. It's going to get crazy.
If Bama and Florida State win?
Yeah. If they both win, it's going to get insane.
Because if Oregon loses, Oregon and Ohio State are out. Like they're just going to bump them back.
You would think.
So Texas and
Ohio State's going to sneak in somehow. That's what's going to happen.
If they had a C.J. Stroud, possibly, but with McCord, they're not.
They're not good, man.
They're not that good. That they lost their kind of cred. That they're really not that good.
All right,
crap.
I think that's it for this episode. It was a long one, but my God, it was worth it. That's what she said.
Shout out to off-season college football. Freaking love it.
Not a lot better.
It's not even the off season. It's week 14. We still got Army and Navy next week. Jaden Daniels for Heisman.
Jaden freaking Daniels for Heisman.
He ain't getting it.
Go Huskies.
It's not happening.
If he will, if Huskies win.
I don't know.
Go Huskies.
Go Huskies, man.
Go Huskies. I keep going back.
I like seeing LSU promote it now.
Dude, it's phenomenal.
The whole country's promoting it.
Yes.
It feels like everybody wants them to win.
Exactly. David Pollock, Kirk Herbstreit,
RG3.
RG3 was all over it Saturday.
Yeah.
He was the perfect RG3
I will
game.
give RG3 was over like a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
When we played, I don't remember what.
Crap, against Missouri he was talking about.
Okay, that's when it was, yeah.
That was early October.
But for Kirk Herbstreit to say it twice, he knows something. Like he's talked to a lot of voters or something. Like
Did y'all see he got mocked to number 7 today? Jaden Daniels.
Did.
And Neighbors to 6.
Neighbors to 6. I know.
And Dane Brugler, too. He knows a lot.
Who put it on the fridge? That's all I got to say.
Dude,
First round quarterback.
It's going to be. I'm ready to see what.
Whenever he goes to the freaking combine and he runs a 4.45.
That's what I'm ready to see. Like that's what's going to be fun.
He ain't going to run. He's going to do the Lamar.
He'll run at Pro Day at LSU.
Mm-hmm. He'll pull a Lamar and just not run. I think.
I don't know.
I think he's at the point.
Lamar
was never talked about being that
exactly.
high.
He's not. Well,
Lamar was 4th best quarterback in his draft at best.
Yeah, but Lamar was still. He might play wide receiver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, Jaden's the arm shows that he's good.
We were optimistic of Lamar, and it was pick 15.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were like, we're reaching.
It feels like Jaden's going to make his money on the whiteboard and the interviews.
Yes, yeah.
And from everything I've seen, he seems like he's intelligent.
I bet he's going to. Yes, very intelligent.
And he seems like a really nice guy.
In the interviews, I bet he'll blow it away on the interviews. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the
and don't we have some guys that coach him up, too?
Yes.
Don't BK have some guys? That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And hey, the one I'm looking forward to more is Brian Thomas because he's going to get on Contender. He's going to fall in those 22 to 30 range.
We'll take him to Buffalo.
And he's going to he's going to be somebody like that.
There's so many wide receivers.
Patrick Mahomes,
many wide LSU. I mean, the Saints have to draft one.
Yeah.
They've got to this year.
They have to.
Even in the second round, at that first pick, we get in the second round.
Yes, you're going to have to.
We're going to get 2 with the Broncos.
Because you're going to move on from probably Michael Thomas. So you got to replace him with somebody.
And your number 2 is freaking Shaheed. He's a gadget player.
Yeah.
And this is the best year to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, just like last year, I was screaming for a tight end, and we didn't. So I'm expecting nothing.
Oh, I was screaming for the tight end, too, when what's-his-name was sitting there and just kept falling.
Michael Meyer?
Yes.
Oh, and the big dude from Georgia.
Darnell Washington. Yeah.
Washington, yeah. He was like in the 3rd or the 4th round. Like,
there was so many tight ends.
Yeah.
So many tight ends.
I agree.
Go Tigers.
For Heisman.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Chaos.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel